So she's telling you that Annunaki rule is self-explanatory in how dumb it is. So for people to, I don't know how they staged it, but they possibly just took her to an ER situation, just like they took me to this facility place. They took her to the ER and they staged it as such, and it was a conscious murder. And she was shocked because she was in high levels of love, because she loves me with all of her being, and she hadn't, I don't believe I don't know yet, but for her to see all my photographs this way, and then they did the same thing to her that they did to me when I went to visit her after they didn't let me visit her for so many years. When I visited her, I was there and my hair was still very much longer, and it was the first summer I turned blonde after that summer, meaning because I visited her in February. And I entered her room and I hadn't seen her in years because these idiots with their psychotherapists trying to prove I'm crazy. Same story as right now. So then the levels of love were so high that I couldn't get enough oxygen in my lungs, because I had been operating at a very low level of existence with hopelessness and lies and denial and snakes and vipers, same as now. This has been planned for like ever, with the Italian idiots, the Coco bitch, and whatever else going on, just disgusting stuff. So then she looked at me and she held my, that's it, like it was ecstasy when I saw her. I don't know that you guys know, but once a woman, goes through birth pangs and gives birth to a child, it doesn't go away, not even in animal land. They always know their kin. So it was just, and especially we're conscious beings, her and I are awake beings. So the levels of love was something I cannot put in words. And then the level of dark when the uncle came in and she, held my hand and she's like, run, were real. So when she gave me the go ahead and go, I knew I had to bounce for my life. I knew it was not a joke. Then before I bounced for my life, I had to enter.
In 1 mile, take a slight right turn onto Palmetto Bay Road.
I had to enter the door downstairs of the other woman in my lineage they also killed, my grandmother. So as soon as I walked in there, the levels of joy and elatedness were even, that was unbelievable. I was in such high levels that when the uncle death came down, the same guy she told me to run from, I was in such heaven that I offered to hug him. I opened my arms great and I said, hey, why don't you come give me a hug? I was just, because my grandmother is also just next level love. It's everywhere. So to have done that, just shown her all the love that I am in the United States, and then they killed her to kill my American citizen, that's pretty disgusting. That's gross. She's still shocked. So that is actual terrorism. This is not constitutional. This is bullshit. So I don't know what this is, but I don't know who planned this way, but and I don't know who these people have been. But for any person to take pictures of me to then show them in a string and kill my mom, because anytime I went to these people's place anyway, they all had halls, for Haley, meaning this was a plan from long. They all knew what they were doing. This was conscious evil, Hasnamis. So it's pretty disgusting. And mind you, the first time I visited her, I still had long blonde hair. Then as soon as I got out of the room, and then I called the lawyer from the place where they invented the letter 0 and the first alphabet, because the mayor there told me to call the lawyer. But these people are all crooks, because as soon as I did that, then my dad came home and his face was swollen with tears. I don't know what they did. Like, I don't know what they've done. But then very shortly after, they asked me to leave and never come again because they wanted to reroute me to Israel, which is also why they killed her, because they didn't know I would find out these things. These people are stupid as fuck. Like the Anunnaki people, they think they can program populations, and then they think that they rule over the dead because of their tools and their means. They're very stupid. So any one of you who is, Anunnaki based, know that you're very dumb. Know that all the plans you do, they don't work on living people that are alive inside and out. They don't even work on a turtle or a cat. You guys are so stupid. So whoever planned these things to steal my money and my American citizen and fail the divine plan, honestly, she's in disbelief still. She manages to laugh about it a little bit because she's brilliant. The heartbreak has been abnormally huge. And that's that. Anyone who's participating in this bullshit, restraining me, you stole my money, now I'm freezing. It's cold as it ever has been around here. It's really cold. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Maybe you think it's funny, but you're really being ruled by Anunnaki idiot people who have no brains. Because unconsciousness is nothing to laugh about or to be cool about. It's plain dumb. So the first time, once they got me out of there, and I had the sudden Britney hit whereby the first guidance was go and get your skull shaved. So I just drove myself to the first hairdresser I could find. And as soon as I got to his place, I said to him to shave my whole head of hair. And he's like, there's no way I'm doing that. You wouldn't pay me enough money to do that. So he sent me to the second floor to get I don't know what he called it, but they spritzed me up. They put makeup on me and everything else. I came back down. He's like, how do you feel now? I said, just do it. So then he just gave me an asymmetric cut, and it got painted.
Turn left onto Dunnigan's Alley.
It got painted blue, meaning no, purple. It was based purple pink, but then it turned red. And that's how I flew back to the United States. As a redhead. And that's what they expected of me. They wanted me now to switch back out of blonde. But this is not how it works.
In a quarter mile, at the roundabout, take the second exit onto Dunnigan's Alley.
So I'm gonna let you all go. Maybe you can reflect on cruelty. Because you have to also take consciousness that it's all linked together. This is all linked together. Even when people take a baby calf from the mom or whatever it is, everybody feels everything. So these idiots of Hilton and I'm not going to apologize, but that's very dumb. Anyone who participated in this is plain dumb. You're dumb people. It's just very stupid. I know there's probably the Haley and the Victoria, whatever going on. And all these, the whole thing is cruel and plain dumb. Nothing to be proud of. It's dumb. Stupid is never anything cool.